Hi, I'm Captain Monty Graham with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. This week we still been working out in front of Harbor Island here, up along this bulkhead. Live shrimp has been the ticket. We've been just free lining shrimp up against this wall. We've been getting speckled trout. We've been getting sheephead. We've been getting slot reds mixed in with some bull reds. So this outside point of Harbor Island is still catching fish. On the side of Harbor Island, up against these pilings and docks here where these barges park, we've still been catching flounder through here. We've been catching sheephead. We've been catching a mixed bag of redfish and speckled trout. So all around Fena Docks and Harbor Island, still holding good fish. If you want the bigger bull reds, have cut menhaden or cut mullet. Put about a 3-ounce weight right above that hook. Drop it straight down on this structure sitting out in front in this 25 to 30 foot of water. And hang on, them bull reds are still working all around this area here. When the seas are calm and the winds are light, been running out here to the end of the jetties. Early in the morning, been catching speckled trout out here. Been catching slot reds. Bull reds have been good numbers of sheephead still running all along the sides of the jetties and all the way out to the point. So a lot of good fish still working on this outside. Even been pompano out here. Been a few tarpon rolling out here. So all out here in front of Port A, out by the jetties when the seas are calm, tides are light. That's when you want to work this area. Coming in, especially with these northerns that are be blowing in, all these little cuts going into the back of Lighthouse Lakes. You can post up, especially with the tide coming out, and them fish are just stacking into these channels. A good area to ambush them. Just sit along there anywhere with live shrimp, dead shrimp, cut mullet. Live mullet's even been working. So anything along these drainages have really been working. Coming down this old shrimp boat channel, these cuts coming back into the back of Lighthouse Lakes here. When that tide is low and them oyster reefs are exposed, that's where I like to ambush them. Get up, as soon as it comes into these guts, post up and throw out your baits out there. Cut mullet, cut menhaden, live shrimp. You can free line them. You can Carolina rig them. You can put them on a popping cork. We've been doing real well all through here. South Bay, this is the time of the year that these fish come back here into this back little creek, especially when that tide is out. You shallow water running boats, you can get back here in this back creek. A lot of drum gets stacked in there this time of the year. Redfish. Just be careful. There is a pretty good bar that runs across there to get into that creek. So those of you with the deeper V-bottom boats, stay out here on the edge of the South Bay. Still been catching good redfish, been catching speckled trout through here. So a lot of good fish working all around South Bay right now. Like I said, with these fronts coming in, when you see that tide's gone, man, all this around the highway channel, all the way through Sailboat, coming back here into the back of Brown Roof Flats, them redfish have been stacking through here, been some good numbers of trout. Black drum, all this area. Live shrimp has been the ticket. Dead shrimp has been working back here in Summer Hole, back in this deeper water, especially when that tide is out and the temperature is as cold as they're going to be. These are the areas that I like to target in these deeper little channels right here. Coming on back through Dutch John's or the Y channel, all this little cut through here, all the way to the back. Been holding redfish, been holding black drum, mixed in with a few speckled trout. They did change the laws. It hasn't gone into effect yet, but it makes sure that when you're out there that you're catching your legal bag size limits. I know that Texas Parks and Wildlife changing the limits on our speckled trout from 5 fish. We're going to be knocked down to 3 fish. And the size limits are going to be 17 to 23 inches, I believe. But check your regulations and your bag limits just to make sure that everybody's in compliant. But still good fish all in these deeper channels, especially when that tide starts falling out. Also, if you come back around and get back here into Island Moorings, there have been good numbers of trout. There's been black drum through here. So a lot of little pockets that you can fish that work these back oyster reefs, and there have been good numbers of fish back in here. Redfish, speckled trout, black drum, even been catching a few pompano back here. So just take your time, look for that bait. Once you find that bait, you should be able to find the fish. You know, all coming out here in Sunray Channel. When that tide is out, them redfish have been stacking all through here in Sunray. You can also come back around and get into this other channel that drops into back of George Clark's Hole back here in the very back, up against these islands. There have been good numbers of redfish through here. Been using cut menhaden, cut perch, cut ladyfish been working, but a lot of good fish through here. Just use your Carolina rig, throw it down into these potholes up against these islands. If you're going to be up in the grass, don't put a weight on, just free line it. But good numbers of redfish all through here, all along this intercoastal waterway right through here where these islands are up against these deeper channels. Them fish have been stacking all through here. If you want to get out there and have a popping cork on with your favorite plastic, then just get on a good drift. Been good numbers of speckled trout running all these flats right now. So good fish out there. Gonna be cold, get bundled up, but go out there and see if you can find them. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monty Graham.